But the message of today relates more to, again, this inquiry into what is actually real, and more importantly, what should I, quote unquote, concern myself with? Because in any case, we are flooded with information trying to draw our attention. And it is our responsibility to become ever more choiceful, I wish to say, refined in what do I wish to give attention, when, how much, and so forth. Because an understanding arises that where the attention goes, energy flows, right? And so this morning, my attention was naturally choosing to experience the observing of the beauty of life. And a few hours have passed since that morning, and I am still humming with that easiness, with that quietude. They call it equanimity in the heart. This, what I am saying, is not in any way signifying my ignoring of world events. People might blame and project and scream and shout and say, how could you not turn and look at this horror? The first thing I will say is that I am looking very intently, actually. Yet at the same time, I repeat the beginning of this message by saying that when you are taking a moment for yourself and actually really sitting with what is right in front of your very eyes in that very moment, and you have the courage to sit through a couple of minutes, because mind will sit in time, being does not. Being is timeless. It is always accessible, always available. It can't leave you. And so as you are sitting there, truly practicing this gift that you are giving yourself, it will be an experience. I cannot give it to you, but when you do so, you will experience that spiritual discovery that has been spoken about across all ages, and that is that the world does not exist. It does not mean that me sitting on that chair is in one way, shape, or form not true. It more so means that whatever we conjure in our heads, and again, that is the story of memory. Yesterday, I posted some stuff about what happened in the Middle East. And so memory said, yeah, but that still exists. And being says, show me where it is now. If I would have to prove to my own mind that this reality is actually real, I would have to run inside, turn on my phone, turn on my Wi-Fi, go to a social media account or to the newspaper, read up on the things that are being described, and then suddenly say, oh yeah, I really care about the world. But the question is, again, what were you doing in that moment of walking to the house, turning on the phone? Being was making it possible. And so this message is really saying to all humanitarians, if you have opened your phone or the newspaper or whatever, and you have actually very deep down in your heart felt this immense grief and concern about, one could say, life, the human experience, our kin, our brothers and sisters, humanity, the soul of Gaia. And you have said, wow, I pray for change. I am here reaching out a hand. Not just a hand, my whole heart is pleading with leading with an offering, something that I cannot give you, but I can only make you aware of. Because when you give yourself peace, when you give yourself time to be, when you give yourself a moment of rest, a moment where no amount of information from the outer world is needed, no paradigms, no ideas, no ideologies, no belief systems, no schisms of left and right have to be pushed onto yourself by yourself, but rather you can remain in that quietude of not choosing any side. I can promise you that the reality of divide and conquer will not continue to exist, because you are no longer existing in it. Change in this world is made possible by the one perceiving it. So look at things that are real. Look at things that are happening now. Don't go out in search of something out there. No amount of information will quench the thirst of your heart. Only being with who you are now, however you are now, will bring true salvation and peace in your world. And this is the butterfly effect. Because a liberated butterfly will flap its wings once, and the whole world will know that there is a liberated being awakened on earth. And I wish it upon all of us who dare to be. Breathings to you all.